Hello you beautiful donuts. Today we're going to be talking about a UK airline called RYANAIR. Now in the UK, this company is notorious for being controversial, should we say? They seem to make people's lives a living hell, and in this video we're going to talk about why people despise this company, some of the mental videos that have been took on this airline, how RYANAIR purposely tries to make people's experience on their planes as worse as possible, and how they just mock their customers on social media. Let's get into it. So RYANAIR first became popular as they were known as the cheapest airline to go on holiday. Like when you're booking a holiday, you want to pay the least amount of money as possible, and that's where RYANAIR thrives. A lot of their flights are cheaper than their competitors such as EasyJet or Jet2, which surely would make you think, oh, that's a really good option to go on holiday with. However, a lot of people despise RYANAIR for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is the extra hidden charges RYANAIR charges you. So after you pay for your flight ticket, you would expect that that's all you have to pay. However, RYANAIR actually charges you for your seat, bearing in mind you can't stand on the aircraft, so you can't get on unless you pay for your seat. So your ticket is just a board, really. I remember last year when I went on RYANAIR, I couldn't believe how many hidden fees there were. It was like a treasure chest. Every single stage I got to, there was an extra tenner for, I didn't even know what for. It's like, you want to bring your kidney on board, mate? Extra 10 quid. What, you want to wear shoes on the plane? 10 quid per shoe. And after all these extra charges, it really doesn't end up being that cheap. It just seems like they try to extract as much money from their customers and kind of just try to cut costs while they do it. Yesterday, I read that their CEO is trying to push for stand-in places on aircraft. Like, he just wants to get more people on. Like, just doesn't matter about your safety. If we crash, well, you did pay for the cheapest seat, so you haven't really got a leg to stand on. Literally, because we've crashed. This is just crazy. CEO Michael O'Leary has been vocal about his desire to implement the standing berth. It's just basically a flying bus at this point. Do you know if you booked to Lanzarote, but you just want to get off a little bit earlier, can you just press a bell and they'll just land for you quickly? This is what we're dealing with at this point. Michael suggested the stand-in tickets may potentially cost as little to £1 to £5. Yeah, but you know they're gonna find more hidden fees. What, you want to bring your legs on board? Oh, it's a tenner a leg, fella. So, right, well, you can't get on without your legs, can you? Now, obviously, when people book with RYANAIR, they think they're getting a bargain, and they're going to be annoyed when they realise that it's actually quite expensive to fly with them after all these fees add up. However, on RYANAIR's social media pages, it seems like they just mock their customers. They really just don't really care. RYANAIR doesn't have Wi-Fi. God forbid we encourage living in the moment. Wait, do planes have Wi-Fi? I've never been on a plane where it's had Wi-Fi. Is that a posh thing? I thought you've got to put it on airplane mode and then you can't connect to anyone. I didn't realise that was a thing. Oh well, my eyes have been opened. Bearing in mind this is on the official RYANAIR TikTok account. This is not just an edit that someone's made to take the piss. This is the actual billion-dollar company here. To be fair, if you miss your flight, I feel like that's on you a little bit. Unless RYANAIR doesn't they make it complicated. To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if RYANAIR even skinted out on not putting the gate number on the boards because it costs 15 pence to do that. I'm not paying for the lecky bill for that. Are you joking? You're 2 meters tall and loving your 9.99 flight experience.
The flight was $9.99. Get over it.
I can't tell if this is a genius way to deal with people taking the piss out of your airline or just horrific, because people have horrific experiences with RYANAIR, and this is just how they reply to all of them. You can't use that excuse, $9.90. What happens if the plane crashes? You can't go, oh well, it was $9.99. What did you expect? Did you actually expect to get to your destination for under a tenner? Sounds like a you problem. You should have went with a different company, not us. It doesn't say anywhere in our terms and conditions that we're actually going to get you there. One thing I will say is I've never seen a $9.99 RYANAIR flight. I don't actually know if they exist. Maybe they do before all of the extra charges, but I've never seen it with my own eyes. It's when I was younger, on the front page of the newspaper, it would be 99p flights, but obviously that just how would that even what, you just pay with your quid? It just they don't exist.
As you're expecting a full flight today, we do ask that you put all your small bags, duty-free bags, and your
Bye bye.
That's a man who, yeah, it's his fault for having maybe bad time management. Anything could have happened on his journey to the aeroplane today, and this is the way they treat him. This would just be the final nail in the coffin for me. I'd be like, all right, I've missed me holiday, and RYANAIR's taken the piss out of us on the cheers. That's nice. Swipe for discount code. there's no discount code. Yeah, there's just I'm just there's just endless. Yeah, there's no discount code. There's no discount code, is there? What are the comments into this? Going with easy check. Plus, anytime someone mentions we can't charge for the toilet. You know, that would be the final nail in the coffin. Imagine you're getting charged for having a on an aircraft. Oh, an aircraft? An aircraft, Cam, not an aircraft. I don't know what one of them is. Like, imagine having to do this. It's already bad enough that when you go to, like, London, in, like, King's Cross, you've got to pay to have a piss. Never mind on the aeroplane. Because where else can you go? You can't just go in a bush, which I wouldn't do, but I'm saying some people do, right? What are you meant to do? Just piss yourself if you haven't got the money. So not only are we standing up on aeroplanes now, we can't even relieve ourselves because of the pain.
Tung 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 sahur. Non ha bisogno di spazio per le gambe gambe. John Porco. Porco 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 porco. RYANAIR land.
This is on Ryanair's official page. What the f is going on? I'll be doing anything but giving me compensation for stranding me in a foreign country and not paying for the hotel. Could you imagine you're, like, in the position that person's in? You check Ryanair's socials to see if they've put an update about anything, about any way they're going to help you. And this is the video.
Bisogno di spazio per le gambe gambe. John Porco.
I would be raging. I would be absolutely raging. They also have this, like, random beef with America for some reason. I have no idea how this started.
Yeah, that's not happening. Ever.
To be fair, I don't know if I'd trust Ryanair to get us that far. Like, you know, they're good for short distances, okay, but to like, America, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if I've got that trust in us. You're going to see why later in this video, why my trust has been tainted by the research for this.
How far would you drive for the girl of your dreams?
I would drive anywhere.
What about to Nebraska?
Oh,
We'd go to Nebraska.
No.
What is that beef with America, man? One interesting thing I wanted to find out is, like, who is the person behind this TikTok page that blows up all of the time? And I actually found out it's a girl called Lily, and I believe this is a personal TikTok page. So I wonder if, like, Ryanair is just when post whatever you want, just try and make us go viral as many times as possible, which is kind of hilarious for a billion-dollar company to do. She actually was so successful with Ryanair that she got transferred, like a deadline day transfer, to Duolingo. They tapped her up, they paid the fee, they put her on a better contract. Fabrizio Romano was on Twitter being like, deal confirmed, here we go, Lily to Duolingo. Here we go, Lily to Duolingo. Someone put that in a drill song. Unknown T's got his new verse. Now, not only do Ryanair do these wild TikToks, they also reply to people all of the time, just so sarcastically. My brother's name is also Ryan. Do you want a medal? It's just not very nice, is it? I'm just trying to tell you something about the family, aren't they? I've been seeing Ryanair all the time in the sky. That's where planes usually are. I mean, they're really just kind of like pulling people's pants down here. They're having their lives. So Ryanair needs to be stopped. Someone needs to stop them before they gain too much strength. I'm flying Ryanair tomorrow. Nobody cares, Tom. It's kind of true. I heard Ryanair are putting complimentary Sky TV in the headrests of their seats. In your dreams, Aston. I mean, if they did, not only would they charge you for the seats that have the TV on the back, they would charge you for the remote. Not only would they charge you for the remote, they'd charge you to turn the volume up. Don't give them any ideas. Flying Ryanair on Wednesday. No prizes for being average, Kevin. Oh my god, this is just so funny that this is an actual company. However, what's to come in this video is going to make you feel more sour about Ryanair and maybe makes all of their social media not as funny. Now, a lot of people have complained that, like, they often get stranded in countries and the help maybe isn't the best. I've flown on Ryanair. I never got stranded. I got to my destination. I got to Benidorm in one piece and I actually thought it was quite fun. I actually liked Ryanair on my last flight. A couple of flights before, maybe wasn't as good, but I was with me mates to Benidorm, which kind of just makes it funner. I feel like they're great for flights like that. Also, I was sitting pretty much in the front row, so I was like directly just staring at the cabin crew, which was a little bit awkward the entire time. It was like I was in a constant face-off, not knowing where to look. However, like I said, a lot of people have had a very different experience to Ryanair than me. Before you even get on the flight, there's this thing where you have to see if your bag fits in like the hand luggage holder, and this causes so much drama.
Yeah, so your bag needs to fit literally in here up to there. So can you swap your bag in, maybe?
Sorry, that is criminal. 60 quid because your bag doesn't fit in the little thing. I know it's hand luggage and it's meant to be a certain size, but like, that's just ridiculous. 60 quid when your flight's only treble the price because your bag's a tiny little bit bigger. What? Honestly, getting on a Ryanair flight, like, you don't know anxiety until you've got past this point. The dreaded scale that you have to put your bag in before you get allowed on the flight is so scary. I'm just praying and hoping that my bag's smaller. Like, people take extreme measures to make sure that their bag fits in this so they don't have to pay like an extra 60 quid.
So that won't be going to have to pay £60 if it does not fit in there. Hello, are you non-priority?
Yeah, non-priority.
Non-priority, okay, your bag needs to fit in the top. If not, it's going to be a £60 charge.
Actually, the wheels come off.
Come off, that's fine, great. Take the wheels off and we'll try it again. We'll see if it fits.
Like, bro, what are we doing here? Some sort of like Matt Armstrong, like mechanical work? What are we doing? Why have we got to take the wheels off? Like, it doesn't matter. I'm only going to put them back on when I get on the flight. Does it matter? Oh my God.
Yeah, so just pop it in. Nice one, thank you. Save yourself.
So you're telling me if she couldn't take the wheels off that would have been an extra 60 quid? An extra £15 per wheel? For what reason? I feel like they only do this, so they must make so much money off this. This is the only reason they do this. To just get even more money out of people. And I feel like with their social media, that's why they joke about it. So it's almost like if you complain about it, it's like, it's seen as stupid because they're only going to take the piss out of you. It's like an influencer who constantly gets cancelled but just kind of ignores it. Wait, that fits? Is it because it's sticking out like a tiny bit? Oh, come on. You can't charge 60 quid because it's bloated. That fits! How does that not fit? Like 75 euros? That fits! That's a joke. I would be kicking off. I would be kicking right off. I mean, I wouldn't. I'd probably just stay quiet and mutter stuff under me breath, but that's my version of kicking off.
Not here, it's here, and look, is inside, is not outside, because here there is example and the luggage is outside. It's inside. No, it's inside.
Oh, well, that's not a good test. You cannot do that. What bloody test's that? Sorry, what?
The luggage is outside. This is inside. No, it's inside.
What's that meant to emulate? If King Kong comes on the flight and gives it a little bit of a shake, your suitcase will fall out. I love how people have got to explain how it fits in. Look how battered this is as well, man. They don't even like care. They genuinely don't care. Often you'll see people arguing with the staff that their thing fits when in reality it doesn't.
I think it's on 12 holidays this year and it's never been flagged by a size huge. You're in a bad mood. Never been charged.
Try sideways, it might fit.
It fits.
It doesn't look. It doesn't look.
Let's try and get a few quid, man. I've taken this on every holiday I've been on this year.
Put the back sideways.
It's not going to go in there sideways.
It's coming out down. So if you can't get it to fit rectangularly, you have to pay.
I've taken this on 12 holidays this year and it's never been flagged by a size huge. You're in a bad mood.
I mean, one thing I will say is it doesn't really matter how many holidays you've been on. Also, 12 holidays this year. Like, what? How? What is your job, sir? 12 holidays just this year? Some people don't even go on that in 24 years. Also, I don't believe that the guy who's checking, like, if it fits or not makes any money out of you for your thing not fitting. He's actually trying to help you. He's telling you to put it in a certain way and you're just kind of not compliant. I know this guy would be very angry because he knows that he's going to probably have to pay 60 quid. I mean, he's got a Louis Vuitton bag. So, I mean, 60 quid to him probably wipes his arse with that. You know what I'm saying? You must be gutted if you get put on this station as, like, working for Ryanair because you know that people are just going to be so stressed and like it's just not going to be a fun environment to be in. So I do feel a little bit sorry for the people that have to work this station with Ryanair. They're only trying to do their job, especially this guy was quite helpful as well. Now you would think that Ryanair would try and make this process a little bit easier just to, you know, kind of create a better experience for their customers. However, yet again, they just mock them online.
Will his leg make the cut? Or has he crossed the line? Bring an oversized bag. You'll pay the price.
This is the weirdest company in the world. They just thrive on making their customers have the most pain as possible and then take the piss out of them for it. How is this company still a thing? That's clever. That's really clever. But you shouldn't have to do that. Like, going on holiday, you work all year for multiple years to afford a holiday. You shouldn't have to do this, okay? You shouldn't have your eyes taken out just because you want to take some lip gloss in your bag. Another hack that people have found with Ryanair is like picking the best seat possible for the cheapest amount possible. And Ryanair found out that people had made these hacks and then charged them extra for those seats.
Oh, we know. Now pay up.
Just let people have a little bit of fun. Someone's like got 2 window seats. They're like, oh, this is a great start to my holiday. That'll be a tenner, please. 2 window. Okay. Just let people live. Why do you have to take people's eyes out for everything? For everything. Really? You don't even need 2 windows, realistically. It's just a fun thing. You can't look through both of them at the same time unless your eyes go like that, which isn't many people. But if it is, fair play to them.
Not anymore.
49. This has got to be it. £49 just for your seat. That doesn't include the ticket. That's just for your seat. £49. Just let people have it. If people are on the website early, they've booked in advance, they're clearly excited for the holiday, they've managed to book this seat, just let them have it. The thing is as well, okay, I'm a tall king, I would love this space, I'm not paying that amount of money for it. Are you joking us? It's the fact that your legs can be seen by like the people here as well, you know you're going to be getting dirty looks. And you know the person that gets this seat are definitely going to be one of those people that like take their socks and shoes off. You're constantly going to be like, oh, put the dogs away. I didn't realise you allowed pets on this flight. So it's not even that good of a seat, really. Yeah, you get more leg room, but you're like basically, you know, kissing this person right here. One thing that people really get annoyed at and would really annoy me is that Ryanair often overbook their flights. I know, like, how can that be a thing? And a lot of the time when they overbook them, like, obviously that many people can't be on the plane because there's only so many seats. Like, some people just get their flight cancelled. Like, how can you do that? Like, that's a family. How can you, like, imagine just the excitement of building up all that time to go on holiday and then, like, you can't go because the aircraft wanted to make more money and then you're just the sacrifice they've made because of that. Like, this is horrific. And if you do get on the flight, a lot of people have, like, videos of what it looks like pre-boarding after the cleaners have been on. Do you know what's wild is I just have never had this experience on Ryanair, but you hear about it all of the time. People just mushed up Chris. Now, one of the most iconic things that has been kind of intertwined with Ryanair is often when they go to party places like Ibiza, Magaluf, Benidorm. The flight's a little bit like a rave. Mental. It's literally just like a party bus. It's literally just like you're on a minibus, but it's in the air. It's crazy. Someone's got a speaker here. What's going on? People just in the aisles just drinking. It must be a nightmare for cabin crew. Like, it must be an absolute nightmare. You know when you get your roster of just your flights that you've got? Imagine like most of yours at Ibiza or Magaluf, you'd be like, oh no. Especially if it's at like 5 AM, you just know that you're in for just a wild ride. I mean, the vibes look good. Imagine if you weren't one of the people going to one of the party places. Like, I'm pretty sure, I've never been to Ibiza, but I think it has like an old town, which is like where couples go. Could you imagine if you're just a couple just wanting a chill time on holiday and this is the people that you're on the flight with? You'd be like, oh mate, put the boombox down, man. It's 5 AM. What the? Like, you know, all those people jumping up and down, like, surely that makes the plane go boof, boof, boof. Surely. Like, from an outside perspective, is the plane just going to be, like, doing this? It's like one of those cars in Miami where they just keep going up. I wonder, like, on the flight back, if, like, it's just silent. You know, like, people have just drank so much that on the way back, like, the same people are just kind of with their tail between their legs, just kind of embarrassed, just like, oh, yeah, just a hot chocolate, please, love. You got any Nurofen? Now, if you think that was bad, it kind of only gets worse in this video. When people aren't raving on Ryanair, often they're throwing up. Oh.
Someone really threw up all down
Oh.
our plane.
All the way? You couldn't hold it in? Like, down the entire way. Like, everyone's trapped in their seat. It's like a really messed up Hansel and Gretel. You know exactly where the offender is. All they're doing is just leaving a sick trail back to their seat so they know where they need to sit. Right? It's actually genius, if anything. Like, all the way? Were you just like... like, how did you do it the entire way? Bring back the rave. I'd rather the rave than this. There's been a couple of times on Ryanair flights when they're in a hot country and they're like not flying off yet, where the aircon has been broken. Oh. Oh. Oh, bro. Can you imagine the smell? Oh, imagine the smell. I don't care about the pressure in the air. I'm cracking open a window. The smell would... Oh, wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Wouldn't wish it on anyone. That should be a punishment. You're sentenced to sitting on a Ryanair flight with no aircon in 30 degrees weather. And I think because of the entire kind of like aura that Ryanair creates around its customers, where it's just kind of stressing them out. A lot of people get really angry on these flights, and you see so many videos of people just brawling.
A Ryanair flight travelling from London to Lanzarote had to be diverted due to a mass brawl on board. Drunk passengers harassing people forced the plane to land in Portugal. Local police had to storm the plane and removed 3 men and 3 women. The main culprit was then allowed back on the plane to get his bag but refused to get up. Police then dragged him off. Ryanair have said this is now a matter for the local Portuguese police.
I just don't understand how people get onto a flight going on holiday, which is one of the happiest moments of your life, and then like finding a way to just have a brawl, like a 3-on-3 brawl. Like, what are we doing? This is a positive thing. Like, if you're like this now, what are you like when you're like in a bad place? Like, this is the happiest you're ever gonna be going on holiday. Why do you need a brawl with people? Like, are you like, people are so confident that they're happy to fight with people on an aeroplane and then go to a foreign prison where the people really won't look after them. Now again, you probably think, well, it can't get worse than this. Well, that's where you're wrong. I've seen so many videos when researching for this where, like, before the people take off, the roofs fell in. What the hell? That is wild. Like, imagine, like, that would, like, a lot of people are scared of flying. Anyway, imagine knowing that the roofs just fell on 2 passengers mid-flight. Mid-takeoff, sorry. The plane's fallen to bits, man. There's even videos of, like, the planes flooding pre-takeoff. Flooded.
Get the door shut.
Pilot doesn't seem arsed, does he?
Yeah, thank you. Go on, I'll jump. Thank you.
Surely, like, you've got to just go on a different plane at this point. Like, I know everyone's going to be disappointed that, you know, the holiday is kind of ruined off to a bad start. But if it's flooding when it's on the floor, are we really trusting it when it's in the air? Like, I'm going to be like, actually, I think I'll just wait for the next one. Right, they come every couple of minutes, don't they? I'll just get off this one. I don't know if I want to fly on a plane that's flooding on the floor. I don't think this is ready for the skies. And I don't even know what's happened in this clip. Like, they're mid-air at this point. Like, sorry, how are people not crying? Oh, there is someone crying. Someone's screaming. Oh, there's multiple people shouting. Don't worry, love, don't worry. Row 1's just had a puff of the vape. That's all it is. Don't worry, it's okay. Just sniff it in, it's blueberry. You'll love it. I'm laughing, right? But if I was on this flight, I am shitting myself. I wouldn't even be able to myself because I've got to pay a £5 for it. Oxygen is €130 extra. What, did you want to breathe on the flight? Oh, you should have mentioned. £100, please. And when the planes actually do land, a lot of people have like videoed how they're like, can sometimes be like, what's the word? A little bit traumatic. I love how they're just creased. British people are so unserious. Like, they were themselves before even they're literally in the emergency brace position and they're just creased. And on that note, Donuts, I'm going to end this video. I hope you enjoyed this. I know this is a little bit of a rogue video, but I just really thought this would be a good topic to cover. If you are flying with Ryanair, don't be alarmed. I've flown with them a lot of times and it's been absolutely fine. But just keep your wits about you, is all I'd say. If you want to watch another video from me, click this video right here. And yeah, I'll see you later, Donuts. This was fun.
Kirkham, baby.